Hmm. I just realized I hadn't moved over all of the audio for Spotify because I couldn't find any good royalty-free Chinese music on Spotify. So I was using the YouTube audio library. And you guys had just had a couple of minutes of pure silence, which you know what is good, actually, because that makes you meditate, reflect on yourselves. Actually, you should be thanking me for the several minutes of silence you had there. It's good for you. Hey everybody, I am, and of course the traditional Chinese experience. I am one Guinness to the wind, which means that I'm actually incredibly tipsy. So enjoy that. I'm gonna be a little bit gigglier than normal. I'm gonna be a little bit wacky, wavy, inflatable tube man, and that's fine. That's where we are right now. Frankly, there's a non-zero part of me that was like, it's the new year. I get to celebrate this however I want. And really, from the bottom of my hearts, I couldn't imagine any better way for me to celebrate the new year than to be heckled by Twitch chat. So thanks, dweebs. Thank you for activating my tinnitus. All right, okay. God, no, we're not gonna do that. There is a content creator out there who is a musician, who is a video game designer, and he literally has a song in one of his games. I think Everhood, something like that. That's the name of his game. He has a song in there called Tinnitus Dance, which to me is hilarious because I don't have tinnitus, and so listening to it is just it's just got a driving beat. It's very musical, and I was like, I hope it doesn't actually activate anyone's tinnitus. So anyways, hey everybody, it's good to see you, Ender Friend, Battle Benoy, Clarifin, Mesphia, JR, hey. Good to see you, Sharp. You like my red shirt? Thanks! For those of you who don't want to be cursed with 1,000 years of bad luck, it's not actually 1,000 years of bad luck, and also you won't be cursed. If you do want to practice a small observance of the new year, what you can do is you can just wear something that's red, right? And that, that's supposed to bring good luck. Wearing red clothing makes you 40% more attractive, according to some social studies. So, just do it. Or don't. I'm not your parent. You sat in your office. It was quiet for 8 hours. Oh my god. Well, Sharp, I hope it was a peaceful, soothing 8 hours, and if it wasn't, don't worry, I'm here to now blather incessantly, so you're welcome. You're welcome for that treat. I literally have not been able to type a single word on the first go. I was just trying to put the stream category to just chatting, and I typed JUYST, so that's going to tell you what kind of energy we're bringing today. 1,000 blessings upon you on this auspicious day. Thank you, Masher. Maybe it's because I'm vaguely thinking about Slay the Princess again, and maybe it's because I'm, in a weird state. In Taoism, there is a philosophy that inside of every person there is 1,001 gods, all dictating different actions and different tasks inside of every single person. And so in order to appease those gods, you do certain rituals and certain things. And the reason why sometimes your body gets out of whack, it's because certain gods being more active than others. And of course, now in the modern era, we know that's called cells, and that sometimes your body does things based off of organ failure and or other iterations. But on the flip side, calling them a bunch of little angry gods makes me feel better about it sometimes. So you know how it goes. Clearly you should meet the stream for more silence. You know what, JR? If for whatever reason you are watching my stream completely muted, who am I to tell you no? Thank you. Any support is appreciated. Tipsy stream, let's go. Yeah, normally it's a Demised After Dark, and theoretically speaking, Demised After Dark, if we were going to resume it like it should be tonight. But again, I'm going to stay up till midnight watching the countdown on CCTV, which I can't recommend CCTV for probably 10 billion reasons. But they do this like little New Year's gala that they like broadcast over YouTube every year, and it's cute. There's like song and dance, and it's very like, look at how great China is, which might leave a bad taste in someone's mouth. But on the flip side, like, it's very cute, and there's like a lot of like message of togetherness and stuff, so you get it. Your ear ever cuts out and starts ringing? Cool stuff. No, my ear doesn't do that, but I hope you're okay, Battle Benoit. Yeah, you're wearing red pants. Hell yeah. Also, no, hold on. Yep, not gonna say anything about Lucky Underpants and the existence or lack thereof. Maroon count? Maroon counts, Sharp. Congratulations on your good luck in the upcoming year. Does red hair count? You're just set. You got a red blanket, does that count? You wearing the red blanket? I don't even know what you want me to do with that one. What? Why no peanut butter whiskey? Because we finished all of the Blind Squirrel whiskey, unfortunately. Yeah, it was whiskey. You were correct. So, hormones. God, what are we talking about right now? What was I saying 10 seconds ago? Oh, the 1001 gods inside of you. Right, good, we're here. What does that have to do with incest, Lemmy? You're a good lip reader. Thank you for telling you you're great. Sharp, you know you delight us every time you pop by. You got closed circuit television of New Year's? I can't tell if you're being obtuse on purpose, Lemmy. Lime green under red pants. Sure. Oh, I see. Okay. So incessantly, I see what you've done here. This is very clever wordplay. And if it feels like I'm demeaning you, I'm definitely not. What did you join to? Feels weird, man? I don't know. I'll be real with you. I started with a very specific energy and it's going a very weird place. But I'm gonna blame that on the alcohol. Hi everybody. It isn't if I have to explain it, that's okay. If it's of any consolation, I am intoxicated, so that probably has something to do with it. Now you want to drink, as long as you're doing it in a social capacity. Yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of 14. I wanted to play some like Overcooked or some Played Up, because I know there's like specific like Chinese New Year stuff there. Oh, also, really quickly, I'm going to refer to it as Chinese New Year. That's the way I've always referred to it as. That's the way that I always celebrate it as. If for whatever reason you're out there and you're like, I prefer calling it Lunar New Year, I'll say Happy Lunar New Year to you. But for me, I'm gonna fall back into it. It's not meant in an offensive way, it's just meant in a... The other option is for me to just call it New Year's, in which case people get very confused and look at me strange, so, you know. You have no money? Probably better for your liver that way, I'm gonna be real with you. You know what, Sharp? Hey, you're allowed to talk to yourself. It's when you answer yourself that then we have a problem. But Demised, it's not New Year's. I'm so confused. Oh, whoa. In case there is somebody out there who is genuinely like, what are you talking about? Because I have to imagine, theoretically speaking, there is somebody out there. So all the rest of you, buckle up, get ready, because I'm going to explain it. Some parts of the world did not use the Gregorian calendar, and in fact, the introduction of the Gregorian calendar wouldn't happen for another 1600 years after its invention. Because of that, some people developed the concept of time independently of Europe. And a part of that process was choosing when the new year started. And some of those places and some of those people had a new year that did not align with the Gregorian calendar. Is Final Fantasy XIV louder than it used to be? Oh my god, I'm not on vanilla. Hold on. Oh god. Alright, well, you're gonna just get a lot more of me talking to chat while I do things in the background. You can't answer yourself? You have multiple problems then? Yeah, see, here's the problem. I talk to myself all the time. If I get an answer from myself, that's when I start to worry. Reported Yoshi P is disappointed? No! You can't report me today. Yoshi P's out celebrating. But yeah, so it's the new year by some calendars and metrics. Now, in the interest of fairness, I just celebrate 2 New Years, which is double the fun. So if you're out there and you're like, why can't I do it? Just do it. But yeah. Doesn't everyone squabble with themselves in their head though? Yeah, but like you're doing 100% of the squabbling, right? I just fired up modded Final Fantasy XIV a second time in a row. All right, hold on. God, but the normal login is so... Yeah, I mean Vanilla Plus. The normal login is a little bit aggravating because I do need to go over to my password manager. So if anybody wants to know my master password, it's your social security number. So if you could go ahead and fire up my password manager and type in your social security number, I'd appreciate that. Yoshi P isn't celebrating. They don't celebrate it in Japan. Do they not? Is that a post-World War II convention? You sat in your office by yourself for 3 years. This year you got a new coworker who shows up. You think he's getting used to you mumbling under your breath. All right, you know what, Sharp? In that case, if there's somebody else out there who's willing to sort of condone and endorse and reinforce, I don't see a problem with it at all. As long as there's someone out there enabling you to be crazy, then you're allowed to be crazy. Yeah, I don't know what a mod is. I'm a good Ishgardian boy. Is that the reason you think Yoshi P didn't expand on Ishgard in Dawntrail? Is it because I don't obey the letter of the law? I don't know what a quick launch is, Battle Benoy, but if I did, I feel like that's something that we can go into and fix, so yeah. Do with it what you will. You know what's incredible about that, Sabata? There is not even a single iota of doubt in my mind that that is your actual social security number, which is horrifying, but fair enough. Since 1873, according to Google. Really? Thank you for that, Wirebone. Yeah, interesting. So, what are we doing today? You might be asking yourselves. And if you are asking yourselves that, why haven't you been paying attention? We've obviously gone over it very clearly. How could you do this to me? We're going to be doing a little bit of Final Fantasy XIV. We're going to be doing specifically the Valentine's event. No, that's okay, Creative Business Unit 3. We are going to be doing a little bit of Frontline, in part because Wirebone is here, and because Wirebone loves Onsol, even though, I gotta be real with y'all, Onsol is probably my least favorite PvP map. And what else? I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else of significance. You can't enable yourself, Sharp. That's the entire thing we just talked about. Sabata is a mod. Is that playing Final Fantasy XIV with Sabata? You got it, Lemmy. That's 100% of what it is. When I play with mods, I'm playing with Savada. You hit the nail on the head. Oh, is it a digit short? Oh, yeah. Fair enough. It's kind of useless to most people. Is it? I guess. Yeah, now that I think about it, huh? National Pizza Day. I think somebody told me it was National Pizza Day. I think Nixis told me that it was National Pizza Day. Which I'll be honest with you, happy National Pizza Day, everybody, to who celebrates. The Valentoine event, I think you mean. Yeah, oh yeah, Valentoine for house. Oh my god, I forgot the name of the house. I didn't forget the name of the house. There's too much alcohol between my brain connectors. Don't look at my alts. Don't look at them. Stop looking at my alts. House. What is the name of the house? It's the only house that has a count aside from the big four. Is it actually House Valentoine? Valentoine? Okay. Listen. Don't look at them. Stop perceiving them. Sometimes when I think about Ishgard and want to go back and redo Ishgard stuff, instead of playing New Game Plus, I just make another alt. Don't worry about it. Shatter is not the worst. I like Shatter. I feel like in Shatter, a light party can do a lot, right? We PvPing? We will PvP today, Presna. Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Oh, Bard jump scare. Hold on. Where is the Valentine's Day event? This man refuses to do Variant Dungeon. For what it's worth, not on purpose. Is that National Pizza Day as in Pizza Day for a nation? Or as in each nation's pizza has to fight to the death to determine the best one? A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. All of them alts. Listen, I have a lot of alts. Confession time. Your Opera crashed. Has Opera just been becoming the worst browser? Why has that happened? I remember really liking Opera, and I really feel like I should switch back to like Mozilla Firefox at this rate. Go back and tell you guys about each of them. Like, I don't have a single alt aside from the one who is in charge of my drug dealing strategy, who is like a significant level, and he's only like level 49, 55, something in that area. So yeah. Amphitheater. Okay. Pizza Day, like D-Day. You bet every alt's inventory is full. I don't have to answer. I don't have to respond to that. And it's good to see you on NFK. Hello. Okay. Rosie! Oh, God, the Bard is so loud. Is the Bard not loud for you guys? Opera is the most advertised, which, if experience is anything to go off of, not a good sign. Fair. If my alt inventory isn't full, I'm not using my alt right? Hell yeah, Savada, thank you. Is it genuinely? You know what? It's because I put a limiter on it for you guys. You guys aren't hearing it at its full, unfettered volume. I do hate music, yeah. God, yes, Harley, you have no idea how much I want that, 100%. Just saw me pop the Valentoine event, and then we're going to be doing some PvP, and I have to do PvP with at least Wirebone once, so I might have to leave this party. I apologize. But yeah, also, the Valentoine event is like the only event that's directly related to Ishgard. So you get it. I don't know. How dare you? I can't believe you've done this. I don't know that there's anything. Do we remember what the Valentoine event was last time? Why? Hold on. Is it my side? Give me a second. Is it because... So I got new earbuds to stop with the audio problems in the future. That's what it is. Okay. That's why everything was absolutely blasting me. Okay. Oh, Starlight, Starlight is about the Ishgardian captain, of course, the one who runs around giving out gifts, Saint Nymea. True. Ads are incoming? Are they? Oh, dang, I'm sorry about that, friends. Well, ding dang. I will have to go in and fix that. I don't know why I didn't get it on OBS. I did see it on Twitch's side, so thank you, Harley. But yeah. Okay, hold on, sorry. Yeah, last year's was about gendered clothing. No! Oh. Do I have these? I don't have these, I was about to say sundries. That's not the word I'm looking for, but you know. The chairs are new as well, are they? Okay. Well, I mean, you tell me something's only around for a limited time, I'm going to buy a lot of them. Because that's how I fill up most of my inventories. Oh, the chocolate hearts were worth 200,000 each. I assume the market has crashed. Wait, so white chocolate is supposed to be given to guys, and normal heart chocolate is supposed to be given to gals? Is that the like, I do not remember. White chocolate is for White Day, yes. And White Day is, oh my god. But it's the Japanese holiday. White Day is guy gives to the girls. Okay. And then Valentine's is girls give to guys. I don't remember. I'm just buying both. I cannot believe this. All right, hold on, sorry. The symbol of love. Astrid is not so subtly indicating her desire for you to approach. Y'all are feral today. What is happening? Hello there, friend. Can you feel that? Love is in the air, just waiting to be snatched up by questing hands. That means Valentoine's Day is upon us once more, and I, Astrid de Valentoine, and my fellow emissaries are here to support all who would avail themselves of this bounty. Oh, but I know you, Elish. Forgive me, I do get so caught up in my introduction. It is an absolute pleasure to see you again. Come to think of it, an intrepid adventurer like you might be just what I require. Might I ask a favor of you? A fellow emissary by the name of Emily departed earlier to prepare a little surprise for our festivities, you see, but she's been gone for quite some time. I would like you to make sure she hasn't gotten herself into trouble. I would go myself or ask one of my associates to check up on her, but all are busy guiding our love-starved revelers. Will you do me this favor? I am in your debt. Before she left, Emily said she would be practicing under the trees near Fenyiel Fineries. No doubt you will find her there. Maybe she's dead, Astrid. Not gonna lie, when I was originally playing 14, I was a lot more sort of like suspicious and expecting things to go terribly awry. And now I just know that as long as it's not a main story quest, everything is fine. What? Kinder Buenos. Yeah, okay. So y'all over there across the pond have a thing about Kinder Buenos. I had a Kinder Bueno the other day and I was like, this is like B tier chocolate. Xinyan Kuaila from my side, Tiger, but yeah. It's good to see you, Tiger. Oh my god. Oh, okay, hold on. If I shift the angle just the teensiest bit, I bet I can triple the cuteness factor. No, quadruple it. Hey, Top Hat. Whoa! I'm not saying Hershey's chocolate is S tier. I'm just saying Kinder Buenos are pretty mid. No worries. Yeah, I don't even know how to pronounce the Cantonese correctly. Gong Shi Fat Soy, I think, something like that. I can barely pronounce Xinyan Kuaila, and I've been hearing that for all 20 some years of my life. So you know. And Stan, thank you for re-upping your sub with us for 11 months. Hey, hey, hey. Whoa. Oh, it's you. What brings you here, Elish? Ah, so Astrid asked you to check up on me. I appreciate you coming on her behalf. I suppose you're wondering what I've been practicing here, so far away from prying eyes. Patience, my friend, patience. If you truly wish to see what I've been cooking up, pray come to Min Keta's amphitheater. I was literally just there, Emily. Emily, I was just there! Oh wait, I should change to a level 15 class. For that sweet, sweet XP. Thaumaturge it is. Y'all, Thaumaturge sucks and genuinely blows. Who made this class? Hey, Stan Strife. And also, it was good to see you, Gui, earlier. Sorry. It's Chinese New Year, and I've already consumed alcohol, so I'm a little bit loosey-goosey today. You know how these things go. I knew you wouldn't be able to resist. You brought her back as promised. Thank you, Elish. She intends to demonstrate her, what did she call it? Right, love heart on stage in just a moment. You can be part of her very first audience. I just realized I don't have game audio on, so you've just been listening to the like lo-fi beats of Norse Foundry. Hold on, I'll fix it after this cutscene. That was yes, cute. So this is what you've been working on. The Gridanians are a reserved people who have long been reluctant to openly express their feelings to one another. Yeah? Tell me more about reserved people who are reluctant to openly express their feelings. Yeah, sound effects are on. Yeah. I mainly do that so that way when I'm like using a macro to craft in the background, I can hear when the craft is done and flip back. But yeah, as a Gridanian, this quest was extremely loud. I mean, listen, if they could put it in Ishgard, they would, right? But like the idea is they want the event quest to be accessible, so. Yeah, Harley, I'm definitely not arguing with you on that one. That feels like somebody, like the narrative team and the game design team were not on the same page. Yet I believe it is of utmost importance that we open our hearts to those we hold dear, in this season of love most of all. Now is the time for everyone to shed their fears and wear their affections on their sleeve. Yeah, you out there, person who's been scorned by love 16,000 times in a row and are feeling vulnerable and soft, just try doing it a 13th billionth time. Hey, it's me, Demised. Have you ever felt like love wasn't for you? Like you've kissed so many frogs and all you have for it are frog lips? Have no fear, just do it again. Just do it again, what could go wrong? I don't think we should open our hearts to anyone, their vital organs. Just what this newly single dad needed to hear. Hey, have you just tried being in love? That's what inspired me to come up with the love heart. I can only hope this simple expression is enough to motivate people to act. Although, fun fact, so I used to do a lot of this heart, and my family was very like, you know, sort of like, hey, what are you doing? And so then when like the K-pop heart of like your thumb and forefinger came out, my brother-in-law and my sister started doing that to each other a lot, and I was like, oh, I see how it is. Oh, I see. When it's small, it's fine, but if it's a big heart, unacceptable. Just be polyamorous and love all the people. Genius. Hack code activated. I'm in. Tell me more. Well, it certainly appears to have made an impression. Navigating matters of love is often a nerve-wracking task, even for the boldest of us. Yet with this gesture, I believe you've given the townsfolk the perfect means to convey their feelings. Emile, I encourage you, I've pronounced your name differently literally every time it's come up on screen. Emily, I encourage you to go about the city and perform the pose before any you might find floundering in the ocean of love. Go on and ignite the passion in their hearts. Leave it to me. A single Daddy Valentine stream next week, Wednesday. I mean, I don't mind calling you or Ferriman Daddy, so... The real pro of Valentine's Day is chocolate strawberries, hell yeah. No respect for Emily. Yeah, exactly. Leave it to me. Would you mind lending a hand as well, Elish? As an adventurer, I'm sure you've touched the hearts of many. There are doubtless few more qualified to guide others in pursuing and realizing their passion. Who, me? Wonderful. Now, before we set forth, I would ask you to remain on the stage for a while so we can judge your pose. Considering the import of our mission, I'm afraid we can't leave until it is flawless. Maybe I should uninstall Final Fantasy XIV. Hearts are vital organs and nobody should touch them. Dada Yum Yum, that's because we're, as the Warrior of Light, killing a lot of people by ripping their hearts out. In this case, Emily is correct, so yeah. My, I am equal amounts impressed and envious that you managed to perfect the gesture in so short a time. It took me ages just to get the hands right. Ideally, I would like you both to get started immediately, yet I do wish we had another emissary. I know nothing about this person, so we're just going to use the taco voice from the Adventure Zone. Then how serendipitous it is that I am here to offer my services. Oh no, it's Lisette! Oh no, we like Lisette! Oh well, we're committed. Lisette? How long has it been, my friend? Too long, surely. You have my personal gratitude for assisting Astrid with the celebration. So fun fact about Lisette. Lisette actually, in one of the earlier Valentoine's event, the entire thing is about Lisette wanting to marry a common-born man, I'm pretty sure. Like, there was something about the fact that she is the heir for House Valentoine, which again is the single NPC house that has the distinction of having a countess, despite not being one of the big four. And so there's a whole bunch of like, you know, like, you're not allowed to marry a noble, you have to marry, or you're not allowed to marry a commoner, you have to marry back within the peerage, so yeah. Yes, well, pleased though I am for your offer, should you not be enjoying the festivities with your beloved? My adorable Astrid, though I may have relinquished the burden of leadership, I have not abandoned my duty as the herald of love. You said yourself that you lack for capable help, and I am here, yes? As a daughter of House Valentoine, I cannot stand by as the flames of ardor dwindle. Let her help, Astrid. It might be just what she needs before her rendezvous with Hortefance. Emile, I told you about that in confidence. So that's the way of it. In that case, your aid is most welcome. Well, with that settled, let us go forth and quicken the seeds of romance yet to sprout throughout Gridania. Pray teach me this pose of yours, Emily. Yes, ma'am. Might I suggest we split up? Our adventurer friend here can handle Old Gridania, whilst Lizzie and I cover New Gridania. Given the season, you shall no doubt find more than one individual who is flummoxed by their feelings. Strike our pose before these lost souls, and with an outpouring of love grant them the courage to tell what's in their hearts. There are a few areas in particular I'd like you to visit once you're ready. Just say the word and we can begin. Cute. Okay. Oh, do I just have it? I don't get like the book for it? Sure. It's all about heart. The time is ripe to inspire Gridanians to listen to their hearts. Ready? Wonderful. I've marked out a few locations in the area where people tend to mingle. I'm confident you will find more than a few individuals in need of a little push. Show them your best rendition of the love heart to give them the courage they need. You did not realize that was me in the cutscene? Listen, Dada Yum Yum, what part of I make generic NPCs did you not realize? You're writing, so you're going to vanish, but wanted to wish me a happy Lunar New Year. Thank you so much, Tiger Eye, I appreciate it. And a happy New Year to you and yours. Pray visit the area I've marked on the map. Gotcha. Look, I haven't been here for a while, and in a 14 stream for even longer, okay? You know what? That's fair. It has actually been a long time since the last time you've been here, Dada Yum Yum. It's good to see you, my friend. Oh! Let me up. Oh boy. I'm very excited to see what Dejected Lad has to say about the season. Oh god. My streams are exactly at a time for you not to watch, starting an hour into your shift. I'm sorry, Dada Yum Yum. It's gonna become even worse, actually, because pretty soon my streams are gonna come 2 hours into your shifts. But for what it's worth, it's good to see you again, my friend. Okay. Oh, my love. What have I done to incense you so? The Dejected Lad appears to have had an argument with his lover. Lift his spirits by unabashedly showing him the love heart. So what you're saying is the soothe emote. No, weird. The soothe emote isn't it. What you're saying is the comfort emote. No, okay, it's not the comfort emote. If only there were, oh, it's the shiver emote. Okay, hold on. Weird. This doesn't seem to be it, Bo. For whatever reason, this doesn't seem to be doing anything. What else? Man. Listen, the fact that I have one joke is why I have to milk it for so long, Harley. Appears to be some glitch. These emotes should work, right? Yeah, exactly. There's nobody around who could, like, be possibly indicating what the correct emote would be in this situation. Let me try, Spirit, for Team Spirit from the PvP events. Nope, that's not it. It's Dote! Oh, of course! How foolish of me! No, it's not that either. Alright, we'll move on. Have I tried dancing? No, I haven't tried dancing. Hold on. The generic dance emote for all of the, like, races in game are so wacky. No, it wasn't dance, Dada Yum Yum. Try /slap. Oh, okay, hold on. No, that wasn't it. It wasn't that, JR. Try /logout. Does /logout work? Oh my god, /logout does work. Well, I've only got one course of action now. Yeah, we tried /dote. That one didn't do it. All right, we'll make the love heart. You pose quite the pose. I see. It's a symbol of love. A call to bare one's heart, scars and all. My beloved stormed off earlier because I was terribly late for our rendezvous. I dared not tell her the reason for fear it would vex her further. I had been so preoccupied selecting a gift for her that I lost track of the time. I must apologize to her and explain myself. Thank you for helping me to see that, my friend. Mayhap there is time yet for a Valentoise Day miracle. Okay. I mean, like, I feel like you telling her, hey, sorry, I was late picking you out a gift, like, I don't know. I feel like that's a good reason. But then again, like, I've never been one inclined with, like, I don't know if anybody here has watched Love, actually. Like, I'm the kind of person that, like, rom-coms work on, where I'm like, love isn't real. Love is just a byproduct of hormones and electrical impulses in the brain. And so, like, I'm very like, the second I see a rom-com, I'm like, true love is out there waiting for you. But also at the same time, I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like there's a cheat code. I feel like if you sit down with a formula, you can figure out the perfect equation for love. I believe in it. You're a fiend for a rom-com, don't at you. Hold on 1 second. You've never had to do Valentine's gifts, so you would forget if you had to get one. Honestly, the best part about it, I think, is like, okay, so here's my hot tip for trying to make sure that you always get person your gifts. The second they mention something that they shouldn't get, just write it down, whatever it is. I have several bookmark folders on my browser that are just dedicated to them being like, Harley, thank you for gifting that tier 1 sub to Nyx. Nyx, welcome to the gang. You've got access to the whole suite of emotes. We do a Demised After Dark on every other Friday, which is not going to be this week, but next week, because of Chinese New Year. And like a little secret subscriber roll in the whole 9 yards. But here's my secret tip. Here's what you do. If you're hanging out with a friend, with a lover, with a family member, whatever, and they're like, oh, I shouldn't get this, you just write it down, and then you just buy it, like, almost immediately then and there, right? Like, not then and there in front of them, because they'll be like, what are you doing? And you'll be like, I'm getting you a gift, and the whole thing will be ruined. But like, you just come back for it later, right? And by the time that the holiday rolls around, you've just had this thing sitting there because you've been prepped. And then you can be like, oh no, I remembered that you wanted this thing, and so I got it for you. They don't need to know you remembered it 5 hours after the fact that you got it for them. You already got it for them. This is your cheat code, Atlan, for you. A treat this Valentine's Day. You can also buy it in front of them, fair enough. Yeah, and also if you don't have money, there's other things that you can do out there. People love service as a treat, Smile. People's default gift for you are chocolate fingers. But how did the chocolate get fingers? I just remembered you wanted this, but I bought it 2 months ago. That is a real problem, JR. I'm not going to say that has definitively happened to me before. And then the other thing is, I encountered someone else who did the exact same strategy as me. And so both of us bought them the exact same thing, and it was like, this sucks. This is an unfortunate set of circumstances to have found ourselves in. Sorry, hold on. What is it? If you have a matter to report, keep it short. I'm rather occupied at present. Perhaps I could invite him to a meal, but how would I even broach the subject? The brass-bound wood wailer seems distracted in a way only the lovelorn are. Perhaps your best love heart will snap her out of this stupor. Man, what could it be? Is it popping prismatic hearts? No, I don't think that's it. Is it popping the other prismatic heart? No, I don't think that's it. Oh, my posture is terrible, as always, Harley. Although my back has officially stopped hurting, right? So. Oh, the game audio. Yeah, no, that's fair. I am doing mad shrimping. You're not wrong. Hold on. Okay. Let's love heart our way out. Of heart. Background music 50? But 50 what? Okay. Stop that. What manner of strange gesticulation have you just accosted me with? A curse? Nay, an insult? Explain yourself this instant. God, unironically how Elish would respond to someone doing love heart and like Ishgard to him. Oh, excuse me? I need to be brave enough to express my feelings? Are you claiming that I, a proud lancer of the Wood Whalers, lack courage of all things? Well, you would be right. I'm too craven to invite someone to a simple meal, but your gesture, now that I understand its intent, has kindled my warrior's spirit. I will carry out this task as if it was my sworn duty. My thanks, adventurer. And forgive me for assuming the worst. Wasn't more confused by the half a heart flourish, yeah. Oi, cut it out, you. Exactly. You assume 50%, but you don't know, do you? Half a heart is not sufficient to retain vital functions. What do you mean? All you need is your left ventricle and your left aorta. Is that what the other chamber of the heart is called? The chamber pot of the heart, of course. Bestie? Damn, okay. Such a perfect specimen. Firm, but soft in the right places. Gods, I could just eat them right up. Not the produce, mind you. Him, the proprietor. I only wish I knew how to tell him the way I feel. I don't think you need help telling him the way you feel. That's an adorable pose, but why show it to me? Just out with it, for real. You mean to encourage me. That is very kind of you, but I'm afraid I find the prospect of confession daunting. Confess. Rings bell. Confess. Have you attended your weekly mandatory confessionals? Though I could ask him his professional opinion on which vegetables are most suited to be cut into heart shapes. It's the eggplant. A completely natural question considering the spirit of Valentoine's Day, yes? Truth be told, I've had my eye on him for some time now. I simply didn't know how to approach. But thanks to your unique motivation, I finally found the inspiration I needed. Have you committed your daily allowance of sin today? Uh-oh. Though it occurs to me, how did the heart become associated with Valentoine's Day in the first place? I hope to Nafika he doesn't ask me. You have taught the townsfolk to remain steadfast in the face of love and inspired them to act. Report the results of your efforts to Astrid at Miketa's amphitheater. Is that what we've done? Confirm, deny? Is that what we've been doing? Bum 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 bum. People can't seem to get enough of the love heart. You are back. Seeing as my sister has yet to return, might I ask you and Emily to recount how you fared in the meantime? Well, I found the pose to be eye-catching, if nothing else. Perhaps even embarrassingly so, even though it was I who invented it. Regardless, I am proud to say folk were practically lining up to see it. What about you, Elish? I see. Whilst I'm glad to hear others were spurred to action, it saddens me slightly that some do not know the origins of the Valentoine's Day heart. The symbol. Which makes me wonder, are you two aware of how it came to be associated with Valentoine's Day? Well, I assume it has something to do with, like, Saint Valentine being, like, punched through the chest, and then, like, the person who punched him through the chest ripped out his still beating heart, and then, like, his still beating heart, like, gave him a religious vision of, like, 16,000 eyes in a circle with some wings behind it. And then, you know, like, the person who punched out the heart was like, oh my god, the heart is the gateway to the soul, and then proceeded to, like, collect and eat hearts until, you know, the modern era, in which we collect and eat hearts of our peers, so... It was ripped out by child soldiers. Alright, okay. It has something to do with House Valentoine, I think. Maybe? Indeed, but that only scratches the surface. Allow me to elaborate. It all began with... Ugh. Lizette? Heavens, your face is as white as a sheet. What's wrong? Fucking... Back tier anime plot ass. So for those of you who don't know, Horimiya is one of my favorite romance animes, and it's one of my favorite romance animes because in Horimiya, what will often end up happening is there will be a character who's like, who were you speaking with just now? And then the other part of the relationship will go, my sister. And then the other person is like, okay, I choose to believe you because that's how relationships work. They're built on mutualistic trust. And then the entire plot line ends. Unlike some romance plots where it's like, who were you speaking to just now? And then they're like, I'm going to lie and not tell you that it was my sister. And then the other person is like, I don't believe you even when you tell me it was your sister because we need plot to drive on the romance for 16 seasons. Just like, be honest with each other. Tell each other the truth. Hortefonce, I saw him speaking with a woman in the Carline canopy. They were alone together, speaking intimately. You don't suppose it was... Oh gods, you don't suppose it was a tryst, do you? The amount of monoamorous relationships that could just use any dose of honesty. Absolutely not. You know Hortefonce would never be unfaithful to you. Nay, purge the very thought from your mind. I know, but when I saw him and that woman whispering to each other like they were in their own little world, my heart stopped. Before I knew it, I was running from the sight of them as fast as my legs would take me. Love is the fruit born of bravery. Have you forgotten these words, Lisette? I'm assuming that's House Valentois' words, and can I be real with you? Those words absolutely nuck. They are our words, passed down by our ancestor, Countess Arabelle de Valentois. She summoned the courage to pursue love through all manner of hardship. Wait, that's not actually... They're kidding, right? I saw that before, but I thought that was a joke. Hold on. I've definitely seen this coat of arms before, but I was like, they can't be serious. So for the lore nuts out there, oh wow, that's actually terrible graphical fidelity. Hold on. Wow, are you really not going to let me... Wow, okay, this does look terrible, but fine. So I've got like a lot of problems with the House Valentois, with the House Valentois coat of arms. None the least of which... Right, no, Clary, I've seen it before posted around, but it's one thing for, like, the RP library to be like, this is a real thing. It's another thing for House Valentois' coat of arms to include two uniquely dressed individuals, one of whom is a Mikote. Also, like... I just, like, this belongs on the, like, tire flap of an 18-wheeler truck. This is, like, and also, Kayariana is not in chat right now, and so they won't be able to sort of confirm, deny anything. I'm the kind of person who has to be out there to be like, oh, no, like, you know, I do think it makes sense for there to be complex coats of arms, right? Because it's fantasy, do whatever you want with it, right? And then I have other people out there who are like, actually, the coat of arms needs to be simple and easily replicatable. And so, like, I'm out here being like, well, maybe consider the possibility of more complex things. And they're out here like, yes, on every single one of our flags and banners, I want you to replicate these two very, carried by bestockinged battle elves. Here's the thing. While I love that, I would like you to take into consideration the absolute absurdity of this versus the Ishgardian coat of arms. That's how you inspire the troops. Yeah, I mean, you know what? All right, fair enough. I ain't gonna argue with you about it, but yeah. Truly bizarre that they are confirming this, but I'll take it, I guess. Yeah, the House Valentois remit is what exactly? It looks so fan servicey you thought it was a joke. Exactly, right? Yes, sir, it is indeed random cat girls being used as an Ishgardian coat of arms. Intensely aggravating, right? Like, we've seen this symbol around before, but it's one thing to go, we use this symbol in a lot of places to sort of represent them as like a conceptual thing. It's another thing entirely to say that the House Valentois Weavers hand-stitched this sigil onto people's banners to wave when the Ishgardian, like, troops were rallied. Like, bizarre. At least we know they'll never even try to beat the horny allegations. It's true, yeah. Yo, you honestly want to go to battle with the House of Pervs? I don't know if there's any way that I can take that sentence and be happy with it, Harley. And she was not merely a countess, but also a warrior true. Naught symbolizes what she fought for more than her crimson shield, forged in the shape of a heart. The symbol is a source of courage, remember that. The two scantily clad cat girls, also symbols of courage. We'll catch you, Ender friend. Thank you, Astrid. You are right. Countess Arabelle would be mortified to see her progeny act with such cowardice. I must honor her legacy. I am ready. Hortense, if he intends to elope with another woman and live to tell the tale, he has another think coming. Ishgardian winter, dressed like that, heels in the snow. That's some battle-hardened soldiers right there. Fear. Ahem. I am clueless as to the nature of Hortense's connection with this mystery woman, but I dare say Lisette needs friends by her side. Might I prevail upon you both to join her? But of course, leave it to us. You have my gratitude. I place her in your capable hands. We'd better hurry. You said Hortense and this unknown woman were in the Carline Canopy. I'm sure that's where she's headed. What if one is the Countess Valentois and the cat girl on the right is her lover? Oh, that is very interesting. I'm like kind of weirdly into it, yeah. Also, I had a sound effect go off in party chat. Oh, it was the S rank, okay. Look at you needing armor and thick clothing, cowards. Don't need boob plate when the boobs are just out there, you know? I don't know that I know, Harley. Well, anyways. Wait. Oh, it's outside. I see. Okay. All right. Hold up. There you are. The situation looks rather tense. Say, Hortense, isn't that... Lisette, but our meeting was not to be until later. You did the same thing, for sure, yeah. It's gonna turn out to be Hortense's sister. Or something like that. Holtefons, who, that woman? Gods, she's lost control of her tongue. What should we do? Love is the fruit born of bravery. That actually absolutely knucks as house words, though. Holtefons Pastois, for what reason do you intimate yourself with this comely young maiden, knowing full well that another has entrusted her future to you? Well, have you naught to say for yourself? It would seem nerves cause Lisette to fall back into the mannerisms of her noble upbringing. Imagine someone defaulting to being more formal and more aristocratic when they're nervous or uncomfortable. Oh dear, I'm terribly sorry. This is all a misunderstanding. I came to Holtefons for counsel, as I admired the devoted relationship he has with you. I was hoping he could offer me advice in nurturing a similar bond with the one I adore. Oh no. Lisette, my love, my first thought was that you could not bear to wait another moment for our meeting. But now I see you could not bear the thought of me with another. 'Tis as if the very Fury herself stands before me, a goddess in both spirit and flesh, full of passion and devotion. Oh, what a fortunate man am I! You know what, Battle Benoy? I think you're right. And I regret that my actions would cause you even a moment of suffering. Please set your heart at ease, my darling. I have eyes for none but you, now and forever. I only chose a private location so this young lady could seek counsel away from eavesdroppers. She could break me, that's hot, that guy probably, almost certainly, right? Like, the Fury is represented as the goddess of, like, warfare, right? Her name is the Fury, and Holtefons is like, actually, I'm kind of into that. Oh, that's it? Gods, I've made a complete fool of myself. Forgive me, both of you, that a lady of House Valentois should comport herself in such a way. I am completely ashamed. If I may, my lady, I now understand why you would be upset, and I admire your bravery for confronting us. Would that I had the courage to give voice to my own feelings. This plot is truly nothing. I may no longer be the head emissary of love, but I am as well equipped as ever to speak on matters of the heart. Oh my god. Oh, I just had a very... Oh no. I just had a very dark thought, y'all. House Valentois' remit is making sure that there's a new generation of soldiers to fight dragons. Oh no. Oh no. We'll come back to this later, and by will come back to this later, I mean I will never talk to you guys ever again about this, but I will write down a lot of things about this. Oh no. Love is the fruit born of bravery, my dear. Though it is terrifying to bear your heart to another, it is more terrifying still to live, never knowing what might have been. You must confess. I promise you, the risk is worth the reward. I suppose I would regret it for the rest of my days if I never found love, because I was too afraid to fight for it. You're right, my lady. I will do my best. I will never talk to you guys again, it's true. Once again, forgive me for... Hortifonts? What's wrong? Ugh. The sight of your angelic pose struck me to my very core. My heart is like to burst from my chest. I think that means he'll live. Anyway, the two of us will return and apprise Astrid of what happened here. I trust you won't mind if we inform her that you and Hortifonts will be partaking in the festivities earlier than scheduled? I forget. Is Astrid set to inherit because Lisette is marrying Hortifonts? Because if that's the case, that's actually truly wild, but also very good writing. Well, 'twas our plan from the beginning, and it would do much to smooth over this little misunderstanding. Please extend my apologies to Astrid for any worry I might have caused. Let us return to Miketo's amphitheater and give Astrid the good news. Damn. My journaling habits put on blast live in 4K. SMH my head. I'll let you do the honors. It was your words which brought Lisette back to her senses after all. Oh, I'm so relieved. It was just an unfortunate misunderstanding. I must thank you for being there for my sister. It truly means the world. You deserve my thanks as well, Emily. Don't mention it. I'm glad we were able to help. Though we've had our ups and downs, I believe we accomplished our goal of showing folk how important it is to express their feelings to those they hold dear. All in all, I'd say this Valentine's Day has been a success. Which reminds me, though my explanation of the heart's origins was interspersed with some dramatics, I take it you were able to piece together its meanings? Yes, indeed. A noble woman and a proud knight. Countess Arabelle's legacy lives on not only in the tradition of Valentine's Day, but in its symbol, her beloved heart-shaped shield. In commemoration of her brave pursuit of love in the face of insurmountable odds, the heart came to symbolize her, and eventually the very concept of love itself, capturing the imagination of men and women around the world. Today, while many may recognize the symbol, few know of its history. With Emile's love heart, I believe people will become curious to know the story of our tradition, and for that, I am overjoyed. Astrid, I've got bad news, girly pop. Nobody's interested in Ishgard. Countess Arabelle's tale will undoubtedly give many the courage to pursue love, just as it did your sister. May we all learn from the Countess's example. I pray you and yours have a Valentine's Day overflowing with affection, my friend. I can't believe That's the patch. I'm out here worrying about making a good coat of arms for Elish. Meanwhile, I could just put up literally any pinup poses. SMH my head. Okay. PvP? Two bunnies for House Demeist? Not in your wildest dreams. Pass me lead. House Demeist is full of rabbits. Not if God himself came down and smote me. You know what sucks is that I do have people on my friends list based off of the order that I friended them, because I'm a psychopath. Wirebone, are you still there? You'll be on in a few, working on a G pose on an alt? Hell yeah. Okay. Well, I guess let's just go. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You're transferring? Hell yeah. Never mind, we don't go. Literally, do not pretend like you don't know more people, Nixus. Speaking of G-Pose, am I going to enter the screenshot sweepstakes? I have been given some tips and tricks on taking better G-poses lately. So we could do that. Heart right. Oh no! Wait, hold on. Heart right. It's simply impossible. Perfect. No, wait, damn it. Okay, hold on. I have to take it. Ah, no, we're not doing it. I'm out. Oh, my friends list is full. All right, wise guy. Winners are chosen at random, by the way. It doesn't matter how good or bad your screenshot is. I want my screenshot to be good, though. Oh, man. I haven't seen Jugs in 1,000 years, right? They're an old PvP friend, but like... Sorry. We haven't hung out in like... Oh no, I don't want to blacklist, hold on. We haven't hung out in like 1 billion years, so yeah. Listen, I haven't seen Jugs Judy, and I haven't seen, oh my god, what is it called? Skin contact, skin touch. Touch Starved. I haven't seen Touch Starved in a while. I guess Ninja, right? I really don't like Onsal though, y'all. Oh, do we all? No, that's right. I remember now. I don't look at my Discord DMs during stream. I unfriended a person by the name of Jugs Judy from my friends list because I haven't done PvP with them in a while, and that's how I first met them. And I did it live on stream, and so Battle Benoit made a joke about the name. Yeah. But this is a meme that you feel is very important. If it's not very important, Darjeeling, I will ban you from talking to me. I'm very serious about this. Hey, Nyx, come on now. That's a bad meme and you should feel bad about yourself. Let's pocket Darjeeling for this first time. He had to transfer over, so. You missed PvP? I'm sorry, Mesfia. I thought you were helping somebody with raid. Pocket tank, Nyx. Pocket tank. As in, I'm going to cover Darjeeling in order to make sure that they don't get hurt. Also, though, right, like, I'm gonna be real, me targeting somebody like this is also for escapes for when you're running away. So... You're in a raid of Regretti. Savage Mine with 4 Dragoon? Y'all ain't passing any, Well? Oh, that's very unfortunate. You know what? That's fair to blame me. I did not realize our entire team was down there. Just because I'm focusing you does not mean I'm following you. Let's be real for a second here. Let's leave. Let's leave. Let's leave. Let's leave. I feel like we're gonna get pinched by blue. Off. Are we committing that hard? Fair enough. We really are. Okay. We are way pushed up and out, though, I feel like. Yep. This fight is a fight we don't win. Who's ahead? Fuck, both flames and adders are pretty good. Focusing the summoner. Ooh, it's bad. We're getting out of here. Just keep going, just keep going. Okay, what's happening right now? Do we want to go north? I guess we're relying on flames and adders to be at each other's teeth. Yeah, okay. Fuck off, mates. We can definitely make you pay for it. We are definitely pushed up. Blue is going to be able to come up from behind us. This is a pinch worry situation for me. Yeah, Blue's getting our capture points. Why are we pulling back to base? I see the A rank. We're definitely pulling back to base. We let the two of them fight this off. We need to prioritize this one, I think. So, fun fact, we have a friend of the show. Their name is Zalkel, who we are going to be doing some collaborations with coming up pretty soon here. And we're going to be doing PvP stuff. We're going to have one person who's actually going through the gameplay, talking about that a little bit, and then we're going to have one person just focusing on doing it. And so we'll be talking about like a little bit more strategies and stuff like that. If you actually are interested in learning more about PvP or doing more PvP, right? Buddy, are you sure? Okay. Yeah, are you sure? Fucking fuck off, Yellow. Pardon my language, but goddamn, there's no point in staying there. Fighting blue at this this OVO makes sense. Faith, are you absolutely out of your mind, bestie? Get out of here. Why are you here? Go, go, go. Sure, Lamau. Are they still chasing us? Oh no, actually, this is a smart call. Oh no, this is actually a really smart call. Oh, fuck off. Let's kill this summoner. Ain't no fucking way I'm letting you go after that stunt. Okay, we need to start being worried about reinforcements coming up and coming in. And we're gonna be pinched by blue back there, so start pulling out when you can. Fuck off, samurai! Pardon my language. I hate PvP. I wish there was a way to communicate, like, to queue up with a bigger team, right? Because, like, light parties are just not enough. Because, like, everybody who's out there dicking around over that A point between the two of them is not going to, like, we're not going to get it. They're gonna be spawning in with invuln. This is bad. This is extremely messy. We need to start pulling out. God, and this is another part of the reason why I dislike Ensol is like, and okay, so like, let me be clear. I just feel as if there's like a little bit of the Ensol energy that's like, you can do anything if you believe, and it's like, you can't do anything if you believe. Sorry. God, I am truly going through as salty as possible. Here's the other side. Here's the other side here. Well, they were pushing into us because we were in the lead. It absolutely made sense, right? Because you only need one person to capture an OVO in your zone, right? The thing is that we don't have like we don't have an absurd number of battle highs, right? Like Blue could roll into us right there because their battle highs are insane right now. And so even if you're in the lead points-wise, what kind of matters is how much staying power you have. And we don't have any staying power. We've been losing battle high. Yeah, no, of course. This fucking Sam. Pardon my language. Go straight to hell, do not pass. Fucking go. Oh man, if we can take out one of their Battle High 5 players. Oh yes. Oh please. I'm having a good time. This is what a good time sounds like. let's be clear. Let's be clear. I very definitively started target fixating and getting into bad places. I just want to win is the problem. Here's the thing, is that PvP in 14 is accessible enough that I, as an idiot, feel like I'm qualified to say anything, and I'm not. But also... well, now we gotta go until we get a win. Oh no, wait, hold on, sorry. Change to classes that you can get XP on. Ninja. Sure. Hold on, I need to spend some wolf marks because I'm capped. I don't need anything in here, right? Oh, I guess I don't have these songs. Sure, fine. Do we have anybody else who wants to come along for PvP now that I've screamed like an intransigent child about it? You wish you could. It's okay, Mesphia. I probably could learn how to play exactly one other class on on PvP, but I haven't. Dark Knight? Absolutely not. Here's the thing about Dark Knight that makes me so unhappy, is I don't like going down to 1 HP, right? Like, I knew some of its I know some of its maneuvers, right? What is it? So we do... So this is just our normal doing damage thing. Quistis is the line in front of us? No, Quistis is an AoE around us. It restores our health, right? So like if we are surrounded, that gives us advantages. Is Shadowbringer the line? Oh god. Oh god, ninja. Oh, I don't remember how to get to ninja. Oh god, hold on, wait, sorry. Oh. Unable to change jobs at this time? Come on. Oh god, wait, no, my hotbars here are all messed up. Ninja. 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 Here we are, okay. Easy. Hardly an inconvenience. I will pocket you this time, Bo. But like, here's the thing: this is how I played League of Legends as well. Is I don't like being the person upon whom the end results are deterministic upon, right? Like, I like being the support guy because I like the idea that if you succeed, it's because I helped you in some capacity. But if you failed, it's not because of me. I want zero culpability when I play a game against other people. The game where you get told bad stuff. League of Legends is a game that I cannot play anymore, and honestly do not miss. Although the sort of part of my brain that got stimulated in League of Legends is the part of my brain that's getting stimulated in Ensal, right? Take that, Reaper pay! Thank you! Wow, I can't believe Yellow showed up to play. Hello? I mean, smart, right? They could, I can't believe Red showed up to play? Wait, hold on. Oh, that's all of Yellow's team. Why is Red fighting us at the C rank? Scream in Spanish. I have nobody here who I can help meaningfully. My effectiveness has been absolutely brought down to 0. Yeah, okay. I guess I gotta pop up north. Yeah, bestie. Hmm. 新年快乐！ Come on. Oh good, I like it when we're split evenly amongst two teams. All the people who are south fighting yellow seem like they're making a really intelligent choice. This is the other reason why I'm like, I prefer, this is the other reason why I say I prefer, not doing Onsol, is because at least then when I'm looking at Shatter or other PvP maps, I can be like, this is a place I like being. But Stormblood does not have great memories for me. We gotta pull out, we gotta pull out, we gotta pull out. Red is fighting us in a defensive place here, right? Where we're getting pinched between yellow and red. We're losing. We gotta pull out. We go in for a dip, we pull out. Can we get somebody on the OVO? No, nobody is here? Good. Good, 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 good. That's my favorite, is when I love this video game. I love this video game and I'm having a good time. We gotta pull out. Red is pulling back too smart. Yellow's getting that point. We just gave that point to yellow. We gotta pull out, we gotta pull out, we gotta pull out. Oh, cool. So give yellow the win instead. Oh, I'm so tilted. How long have I been silent and locked in? Not very long. I've been, like, just truly in hell. Yeah, sorry. My armor... I got my armor wet. There's rust all over it. And this is why we don't play League of Legends or any competitive game where it's PvP. I just, like... When you lost soccer games as a kid, you get angry and start crying. Competitive games are like so bad for your mental health. No, it's good to go through. It's good to see not getting what you want. You know what I mean? Like, it's good to practice. It's good to practice. it's good to practice the idea that you can't always achieve everything your heart's desires, right? And like that's good in competitive games. That's good to set realistic expectations in people all the time. My problem is when you get like one or two smug lads in chat who are like, well, I was the only one stopping the enemy team. And I'm like, hey, bestie, if you're the only one there and this is a cooperative team-based fighting exercise, what do you think you were going to accomplish over there by yourself? Like, hey, you are not going to stop the ravening hordes as a single individual. You are not the main character. Stay with the group. Stay with the group, fight with the group. If you are the world's best players, if you are like 5D chess, light party, the four of you are the comp of like 3 dragoons and a single dark knight, maybe. If like all the lights and stars in the sky align, but otherwise, you being like, I was the only one there, maybe that's on you. Maybe you should have went, hey, wait, I'm the only one here, and that's bad. Oh, man. They're the warrior of light. Why would they listen to you? I just like, somebody the other day told me, gotcha. Somebody the other day told me, in like, I don't know if you guys remember that shit post where it was like, it was that shit post of like, hey, like I play multiplayer games like I'm the single player. And it's like, dude, there is so much content for you out there like that. There are lev quests. You can do things unsynced. You can go do fates. If you want to play the game like you're the only one playing it, there is a plethora of content out there for you to do that. Bestie, you are not the main character. There are other human beings out there in the world. And I don't care if you're the biggest, the strongest, the most handsome, the most beautiful, the richest. At some point in time, you gotta sleep, bestie. And that's what the social contract is there for, so you can get a good night's sleep. But let me tell you, as somebody who is out there to eat the rich, I will come for your toesy woesies when you sleep, if you play this game like it is a single player game. Anyways. I just like, this is the thing that stuns me about people who are like, no, I'm a man unto an island. I am everything I have ever needed and ever will need. Like, to those people I say, you have to sleep. You have not grown every single article of food that you have consumed. You have not woven every single article of clothing that you have worn. You are not an island. The illusion that man is unto an island sends you back to the Stone Ages, where you had to skin the animals you killed, and then, in the process of tanning, I guess piss on the skins. And like, if that's what you want to go back to, if you want to go back to the Stone Man era in order to be an island unto yourself, you know what? You can't play Final Fantasy XIV then. So, go do that. I will continue to understand that there is an implicit social contract between myself and my fellow man, and I will continue to do things with that. Yeah, I don't pay your sub, but guess what? Your experience and pleasure in this game is intrinsically based on the assumption that you are going to comport yourself like the most baseline amoeba of a human being. I don't pay your sub, but hey, bestie, you're not paying for the 15 people around you sub who you just made unhappy. Oh, don't tell you how to tan hides. You know what? Sorry. This was an Onef killing Oddlef situation. I should have waited for part 2. That's true. I don't get to tell you how to tan hides. Oh, sorry. I just like this is the thing about PvP in this game that like will send me over the edge is like I like it. I genuinely think 14's PvP is very good. And the reason why I think it's very good is because you need to trust on your fellow player to play the game. Because if you do it by yourself, absolutely blind with the main character syndrome, right, you're not going to do well. And I think that's brilliant, right? The idea of carries in MOBAs, the idea that you've got one person who's doing all of the damage, and so therefore, like when push comes to shove, they're gonna carry you late game, is an idea that I think is intrinsically bad for game design. Battle high fives are very powerful, but if you've got one person with a battle high five, that's not a guarantee that you're going to win all future engagements. One battle high five person is not anything. Multiple people with battle high five is good, and much like hunts, which are my favorite content in this game, people who don't get the last hit in PvP in 14 aren't punished for it. Everybody who participates in getting a kill gets additional points that contribute to their battle high. It is not a tragedy of the common situation. There is no incentive to kill steal, really, right? And so because of that, the entire design concept is to foster cooperation and collaboration. And instead, what it is it's just truly like, hey, I hate you, I'm gonna go do my own thing, and then be unhappy when me doing my own thing doesn't succeed. Oh. We win this time, Trust? Okay. I trust. No, we didn't win last time. Red one. Or yellow one, I think. I mean, I'm gonna pocket Zeke, so, easy game, Cloud. No, shoot. Okay. Ooh, that was almost disastrous. Okay, hold on. Okay, already significantly better. Okay, let's pull back a little bit and we can start pinching blue between ourselves and red. Hell yeah. Hey, besties, what are y'all doing here right now? Pardon me as I use you to run away. Did we lose that engagement just because we were told to go after blue? Sure, fine, okay. I don't know why, but fine. Oh no, I do know why. That's incorrect. I'm jumping to angry conclusions because I'm tilted. Blue is very much in the lead. I get it. Oh, thank God. Okay. Very unpleasant, it has to be said. But that's fine. Honestly, my death was because I was going way too far forward. That one was actually a death because of my stupidity, and so I'll take it, yeah. You want dumplings after those earlier pictures? After stream, I am going to go... We're going to stay up until midnight because, you know, New Year's. And so we are going to do dumplings then. We're not going to get this. Look. Red is coming down here. Okay, Dark Knight. We should keep hitting blue, though. That kill order is definitely correct. This fight is messy. What's happening right now? Yep, red's in the lead. Traps. Oh. That felt so good. That felt so good. What was that? Was that teamwork? Was that teamwork? That felt so good. That can't have been teamwork. That would be crazy. When a team works together, good things happen? That's insane. No way. Teamwork? Okay, we are pulling too far back. We gotta actually start backing out. This is gonna be rough. Can I save any of those people back there? No, they're not in my full party, so I can't cover them. There's nothing I can do there. Nice. That was so fucking clean. We gotta start playing defensively because, shit. We gotta start playing defensively because they are gonna come after us, which is the correct choice for them to make. Jazal, move. Jazal, I was covering you. Jazal, could you have moved? No, that's fine. Actually, I like taking extra damage that I don't need to take. That's my favorite. Ah, fuck, we're getting pinched. Okay. A paladin? Are you kidding me? Okay, now, can we do anything about this? Or did I fall victim to my own hubris? No. It is the children who are wrong. Okay, good. We got this A rank. Who got the S rank in the end? Because it doesn't matter who got the S rank in the end. If we go up for this, we can avoid the pinch between blue and red. We need to go up, we need to move out. We need to go up, we need to move out. We need to go up, we need to move out. Nope. This is it for me, which is fine. Oh. We need to stay on red because they're about to win. Oh, well, you know what? We're having a great time. The time, it is great. And we are having it as a great time. You know, so what's funny is I am actually playing up some of the drama here. Because that was actually a fun match. I actually had a good time, even though we didn't win. When I play as a paladin, right? Like let's not joke about anything. I'm not being a swing decision vote. The best that I can do is I can keep someone else alive so that someone else gets to maintain and build battle high. That's not something that I'm offended by. As somebody who is exclusively a one trick on paladin on specifically PvP, my purpose is to die so that better people might live. I get it. I wish I could read to you at the last 5 minutes, because this is how all 3 of our losses have gone so far. There's been somebody saying, "Hey, red is winning. Kill red." There's somebody else who says, check the map." And then somebody else goes, "Why are you getting off red?" And somebody else goes, "What a wonderful split when we all should have been going for this other point." To which then the question goes, by getting off red, who has the most points? And points is how you win the game. The people who had the most points, who the people earlier were calling and saying, you should be focused on them, win. The music does rock, Demark. You're not wrong. I think Bo needs to split. I might be crazy on that one. I cannot end PvP. I cannot end PvP until I get a W. This is the problem. This is the problem. If I do not end with a W, I will literally explode into a mountain of pure viscera. We need at least one W. Like, the fundamentals on Paladin are some of the stuff that I get the most, right? So after each intervene, which is your dash in, you get a Royal Authority, which is doing the most damage, right? So if you're involved in a duel with someone, right, you're gonna want to spend all of your intervenes on that duel, so that way you can get the most damage off of your 1-2-3 combo as possible. Now, the Paladin actually has like a surprising amount of versatility in these fights, because on one hand, right, I can traverse the map by using my dash in on somebody and then covering someone else to get out of the fight. So the Paladin actually has like an incredible amount of flexibility. But the problem is that cover is a two-edged sword. On one hand, cover is your way to get out of a situation. You can use it to run away. But on the other hand, right, when I say I'm pocketing somebody, I'm using cover to redirect all the damage they're taking to me. Now, what a lot of people don't understand about Paladin giving cover to them is right then and there, the second the cover goes off, you can pop your standard issue elixir, because the standard issue elixir only gets interrupted by you taking damage. So if somebody is attacking you and I give you cover and it's not a situation where we need to run and flee, that from that very second you can pop your standard issue. The number of people that I have covered and then they still use their guard and are like, oh well, I'm gonna die here anyway, so I'm gonna stand here. nothing happens. Like you are not helping anybody with that mentality. Anyways, it's besides the point. I just like the number of times, and then Paladin has an incredible win con. If you because like sorry, a win con. It's not a win con. What Paladin do is Paladin do be setting up other people good, right? And here's the way that this manifests. When you get limit break, you get phalanx. Phalanx gives you hallowed ground, right? So in this particular example, let's say I'm covering Zeke, right? I'm covering Zeke. Zeke isn't taking any damage. All the damage is redirected to me. The people who developed PvP understood the reason why we were so sad about getting rid of the hollowed ground cover strat. The hollowed ground cover strat works in PvP. So you can cover somebody else, redirect all of the damage to yourself, make yourself immune, nobody takes any damage. I can guarantee somebody gets out of a hot situation with that. The number of times I've wasted my limit break and my cover, which has a 30-second cooldown, on some dipshit who's like, the game is too hard. Well, there's too many crowd control abilities. Oh, I've been bound for 3 seconds, so I'm gonna give up now. I'm like, hello? Anyways, sorry. I'm tilted. I'm unhappy. I want to win PvP. Would it help to be distracted into a different target for your rage? I'm curious, Harley. Who is the new target? I'm bound, I'm dead. I mean, in the interest of fairness, I kept saying that I was going to pocket people after match 1, and then I never pocketed anybody ever again. I'm like, this is the thing, is like, the problem is I want to win. Harley, what's funny is by saying all 3 of them, my rage has been diluted across 3 different targets. I appreciate that. What a special treat. Yeah, like, and here's the thing, right? Like, Paladin is never going to win a duel. I can be as good at Paladin as PvP as I want. Oh, we gotta choose a lane. And I'm gonna be real. The lane that I'm choosing is West. Oh no, okay. We can't be split. We gotta be in one group for this. We cannot be split. If we're going East, we're going East. See, Bo immediately knew I was covering them so they can do their standard issue elixir. That's literally all I want to see. Oh, wow. No, we just really lost in our entire asses, huh? Give me somebody who's farther up there. Darjeeling, it's gonna be you. I'm escaping to you. Thank you. What a special treat. Yeah, I'm playing like an asshole now. By which I mean I'm not using cover to protect people. I'm using cover to give myself easy outs. But here's the thing, is like sometimes that's literally the only option that you have. It's wild how infrequently I die. You're dead just all the times in PvP, which is leading you to believe you don't know what you're up to. So let me be clear. Sir, like I talk a big game. I have never gotten out of bronze in Crystalline Conflict, right? Like I'm not actually good at PvP. And that's a part of the reason why when you get me when I'm not in this like fugue state, yeah, like I will be a lot more honest about sort of my failings, right? Like, to pretend like I am some sort of god gamer is intrinsically an insult to myself and an insult to you, right? Like, my survival is in large part based off of cowardice, and a part of that cowardice is what will in the numbers game potentially make me look better, right? Because when you die numerous times, no matter how many times you die, you are giving another team more benefits, whether it's in the limit break category, whether it's, or not in the limit break, in the battle high category, whether it's in sort of anything, right? So there's a lot of consequences to there's a lot of consequences and difficulties that come from giving other people battle high and dying. You don't want to die. If there's one thing that you can do for your team to help your team, it's not die, right? And I know that sounds like kind of counterintuitive and kind of silly, because it's like, well, what am I supposed to do? Just not play the game? And unironically, there are some people who will die so many times that you enter into a state in which they are unironically feeding the other team. Now, I hate the term feeding most days, because feeding sort of implies that, like, right, like you are purposefully giving it up. You're letting other people we should not pinch blue here. We're just gonna engender enmity. We should be pinching yellow. So the thing is if you're running into the enemy over and over again and dying, that's an entirely different thing, right? If you're genuinely doing your best to play the game and you're having some unfortunate times, that's different. Dying all the time is subjective, right? Because like you're gonna feel like you're dying a lot when you're playing PvP, and that's normal, right? Like that sensation of like, oh no, a lot of bad things are happening to me is just a sensation a lot of people have to deal with. It happens to me all the time too. Like I will have phases where I'm like, oh no, like this is just bad for me. And the thing is that it is bad for you. You don't want to be contiguously dying in those circumstances, but that's not incentive for you to not play. Because when you can contribute to the destruction of somebody else by giving you, when you can contribute to the destruction of somebody else by even applying a dot, right? There's all sorts of ways for you to meaningfully contribute to the game that isn't being god tier. That isn't being god tier, like super duelist, right? Because like a lot of people think I need to get kills, and what they don't understand is that getting kills is not the objective, right? the points at the end of the day are the thing that matter the most. And it's going to feel like, okay, well, you get points by getting kills, so what's the big deal? But you get points by assisting in kills as well, right? Like, it doesn't have to be, you get kills all the time because you're some sort of god gamer. It can be capturing points. It can be just doing a little bit of damage to a lot of people. And that's something that a lot of people don't seem to understand. Is that, like, it is sometimes better to do a lot of damage to a couple of people here and there than it is to get, like, so many kills. And playing strategically and playing tactically is not always the same thing as winning, right? Sometimes I would say, oh, I'm playing tactically, but in actuality, I'm being a coward, right? But even though I do that, right? There are times where you have to push. There are times where you have to try and get a kill no matter what. Now, those times tend to be comparatively far and few between. Those times normally are reserved for the very end of the game, right? Because the thing is that the way that PvP works in Final Fantasy XIV is you're just waiting until somebody isn't paying a lot of attention and makes a mistake, right? Like, for example, this white mage, they just got up on their mount. I should have been able to capitalize that and hit them while they're on their mount. If you hit them while they're on the mount, it inflicts a debuff on them called Crippled, and it makes them move exceedingly slow, right? That is the kind of thing that you want to constantly be on the lookout for in these games. You also want to look at point totals, right? Just saying, hey guys, blue is in the lead, maybe we want to hit blue, is sometimes enough to make the difference. Being aware of what's going on and sort of how to positively affect the end result. Oh shit. Damn it, I let Bo die there. Fuck. I'm gonna have limit break. I'm popping limit break because they're coming in on us, and our limit break, my limit break means our team takes less damage, right? So, okay, see, every time I get those assists are points where I might have given somebody cover, healed somebody, dealt somebody a teeny tiny bit of damage, right? And that's all it takes. Being able to get assists is how I get my battle high every single game. And so instead of me looking for necessarily being able to get the kills, I try and look out for ways that I can assist people and help other people get the kills, because being slow and steady in that capacity is far better. Being able to help somebody else get the kills while I'm still getting assist points is literally just a net positive. Because sure, getting the knockout means that I get however many points that person had divided by half. But getting the assists is significantly better. But to clarify, Nyx, it's not that you don't know how to do PvP. It's that PvP in this game is a bizarre, strange amalgam of things that do not make sense. Like, whoever designed PvP in 14 wanted to make something that no other MMO had. And it really is that, right? No other PvP setting in any other game, whether we're talking about like truly MMOs or MOBAs or whatever, does the kind of like bizarre choices that 14 does with Frontlines. Because Frontlines is intrinsically an asymmetric fight all the time. No matter what is going on, no matter where it's going on, the fight intrinsically becomes a fight about trying to force situations where you can 2v1 somebody. And if you're not constantly thinking about that, if you're not constantly looking at the map and checking positions and perspectives, you're going to end up in a position where you're like, why is nobody here? And then you're going to look back and you're going to go, oh, the reason why nobody is here right now is because there is a better, more tactical position for us all to be, and I just didn't realize that at the time. Because there's going to be 4 or 5 people who are like really paying attention, right? And then everybody else is going to more or less make the conscious decision on whether or not to follow them. And understanding that sort of herd mentality and that sort of ideology when you're talking about design, right? God, I hope I didn't just tell somebody you're bad at PvP. Nyx, come back! You're not bad at PvP! The point that I'm trying to make is running away is not bad. Running away is critical, because if it feels like, oh, I'm being too much of a coward, or I'm like negatively impacting the end result of the game, running away guarantees that the enemy team doesn't get points. And that's more than a lot of people can do. I would rather take a guaranteed nobody gets points in this situation than a maybe there is a chance to get some points. Like right now, what I want to do is I want to stay in the middle and I want to fight, right? But that's just categorically a bad idea. Staying in the middle and fighting in that situation is almost a guarantee that as the rest of my team is leaving, that we're going to lose. Also, we're at the top, right? So when there comes a situation where it's between me and somebody else, from one of the other teams, they're going to choose to prioritize me. Oh! This is the reason why I don't do a lot of PvP in my free time, is because the victories are like unto ash in my mouth. Yeah, we won. We can end. We can stop now. That's the thing. We gotta stop. We gotta go out on the high note. You got Battle High 5 and 6 kills. I will say, okay, I will say, there have been times where I got a victory where I felt like, oh man, like I helped to do this, right? Like there are some victories that like are like the dragon that I'm chasing, that high, right? But for me, they are far and few between. One more win toward the title is good for you. Hell yeah. I mean, like, okay, here's the other thing. Okay, confession time. Here's what I got. All my fellow soldiers will tell you I am a terrible PvP boy. The real reason why I'm like, I don't know how I feel about, oh my god, my brain is turning into toothpaste. The thing, the PvP, I don't know how I feel about Onsal, comes down to the titles, right? So that one victory that we got is leading to, and to be in the interest of fairness, it is a very good title. I think it's Battleforged, my bad. So Battleforged, look at how many victories I have in Onsal, and that'll tell you a part of my permanent tilts. Battleforged is actually way better than I was expecting it to be. My personal favorite, I don't like Seal Rock. I hate Seal Rock as well, mainly because I'm fucking staring at this stupid coat all the time. At least I have 33 victories on there, but you get it, right? My personal favorite is, of course, the Is it not in here? Am I crazy? Is Knight of Glory, because Knight of Glory is obviously knighthood, is Shatter, is Ishgard related stuff. Here it is. Okay. Yeah. But I am also not desperately close to that, right? Because the problem is that while the dream of the title is the pie in the sky of like, okay, one more, it's not that worth it. Like 80% of you punks out there just have titles turned off. Anyways. This is all to say, we're done with PvP now. If you guys wanna sneak somebody else in here, absolutely, that is on the table, because I unfortunately am gonna split. I don't know what to do with the last 40 minutes. Enjoy. No, Bo, not another win. I gotta leave with this single win I have. Roll quest? Oh shoot! No, you were 100% correct. Yeah, because we're only going for the normal 4-hour stream today, I think. Variant dungeon? You sweet summer child. Imagine one variant dungeon. Let's finish role quests, because we've got like a teeny tiny bit left of the tank one. A pact proven. The keeper of the entwined serpents. Nope, that's not how those words go. The keeper of the entwined serpents has good news to share. Elish, the elder seed seer, has grown strong enough to receive visitors. Come, we must go to Stillglade Thane at once. Okay, so with regards to the role quest, there is a blasphemy going around the Twelveswood. We now understand the blasphemy to have been perhaps a Pajal who was up for the role of speaker. Oh my god, Bo, did you get to... Are you a mentor? Congratulations, holy moly. Get that beautiful Pegasus two-seater. So there is some blasphemy that's going around. It looks like a Pajal. It is inflicting people with how'd you get here before me? It is inflicting people with a disease that is basically a guaranteed mark of death, except it's not actually the disease, it is entirely unrelated and is playing on the fears and the dynamis of sort of the final days. Heavy is the head that wears the Burger King crown. I'm gonna be real. I kind of want to be a mentor with all my friends around me getting there. Elder Seedseer, it fills my heart with joy to see you in better health. I am gladdened by your presence as well, my friend. And lest you wonder, know that the conjurers found no trace of the poison in my humors. If you are ready, I would resume our search for Gleipnir. Oh, and also, yeah, the elementals were absolutely no help and completely irrelevant. They may be up to the task, but you are not. 'Tis one thing to engage in conversation, quite another to go gallivanting about the Twelveswood hunting a blasphemy. I am aware you are a conjurer of surpassing skill, and would not presume to gainsay your judgment, but have my wounds not healed? Those visible to the naked eye, perhaps. Right, and we know that the visual shorthand for a Pajal is the horns. Got your haircut? The barbershop had a small tree with some New Year's decorations. Hell yeah. That's how you can tell it's a good barbershop, he said, 100% joking. I worry that the strain of your communion with the Great One has taken a toll on you in ways we may struggle to perceive. The Great One is a being of purest aether, and you are exposed to its unbridled despair, its raw terror. There may be consequences. I am aware of that, but Gleipnir must be stopped. Until the blasphemy is laid low, people will continue to die. How am I to carry out my duties cloistered here? How am I to deliver the forest and its people from this despair? 'Tis your duties that demand you remain. I understand your frustration, but if you were to fall in battle, if your guiding light you bear were to fade, then all Gridania would be lost. Rest, Kani. Rest and gather your strength so that when the time comes, you are fit to do what must be done. In the meantime, trust in your allies. Are you talking about the PvP horses? Because the problem is that there is no Ishgard PvP horse, and I do not want to be affiliated with the main three. But I do know that there are some other horses as well, yeah. You are right. That said, I see no reason I cannot join in planning our next step. As you said before, conversation is quite unlike gallivanting about on a hunt. Our encounter with Gleipnir has made it plain that we cannot hope to triumph over it as we are. Only with the Great One's power can we achieve victory. I don't know about that. The Heaven on High horse is like some magical horse from mythology, though, right? Like, it's the same thing with the Odin mount. The Odin mount is legally speaking a horse, but like the thing is I just want a generic normal horse that has, like, obviously if it had Ishgardian barding, that would be different, but I want a normal legal horse that, like, I'm being very picky now, and I realize the more I'm saying these words, the more I am spinning a giant web of bullshit. I want a normal horse that is not magical, not related to mythology, and is just a lad hanging out. You know what I mean? Like, I want it to be a horse you could pick up from your local stable. Morala, Dada Yum Yum, earlier was making the joke about, like, I didn't realize that character in the cutscenes was the character you were playing as, and that's exactly the energy I want. I want a horse where you look at the horse and go, this horse is the most ordinary horse I've ever seen. Friend of the show, Vishnya, I think is the correct pronunciation. It's been a while. They've been doing a lot of not Grand Theft Auto roleplay, although they used to do that. They've been doing a lot of Red Dead Redemption roleplay. And in the pursuit of Red Dead Redemption roleplay, it's literally just them, like, stroking their horse down, putting a saddle on the horse, riding out as though it's the great American West and they're doing some sort of frontier work, right? And, like, that's the kind of energy I want for my horse mount. I don't want it to be a legendary horse of legend. I don't want the horse to be related to the primals. I don't want the horse to, like, and then ultimately, right, I don't want the horse to be like, hey, this is the grand company of X, right? Like, I just want it to be a horse. I want anyone to have that horse. And to that point of my frustration, the horses on the Azim steppe, the, like, completely normal brown horses that are literally just the primal horse mount, but just, like, slapped a coat of paint over them to make them not glow, that's what I want. I want one of those boys with a saddle. And then I'm done. And then I'm happy. That's all I want. Our encounter with Gleipnir has made it plain that we need some BS contrivance that makes the elementals relevant. When the 7th umbral calamity was nigh, the Great One committed a portion of its boundless strength to extend a barrier over heaven and earth, the Irmin Hedge. Thus was the 12's wood spared the worst. Honestly, you want a donkey? I don't want a donkey, come on now. You don't think we'll ever get it, though, since chocobos are the iconic Final Fantasy mount? It's a part of the reason why I eventually begrudgingly, like, poured more time and energy into Gallant, right? My chocobo courser and the whole BS of, like, adding a little bit more plot there. And it made me like Gallant and the RP around it a little bit more as well. But, like, the problem for me really is that there isn't any mounted chocobo combat. What's hilarious is that the Dragoons of Final Fantasy XIV are actually incredibly accurate in a way that's entirely incidental. Because the difference, because you know that the term Dragoon comes from the real world, right? And if you were a Dragoon in an army, that meant that you were an infantryman who was trained in horseback riding, not enough to fight on horseback, but you would be an infantryman, you would fight. When the fighting was done, you would get up on your horse, you would ride your horse to another location for expediency's sake, but when it came time to fight, you got down off of your horse. That's how Dragoons fought. And so in a weird way, the Dragoons of Ishgard and the Lancers of Gridania are actually exceedingly accurate to those terms, because you hear a lot in A Realm Reborn and a little bit at the start of Heavensward. You hear a lot about Dragoons from the perspective of, like, or you hear a lot about chocobos from the sounds of people fighting on them on chocobo back, right? And obviously that doesn't happen. And so incidentally, the fact that the Knights Dragoons of the Ishgardian Order ostensibly are also people who fight with chocobos but not from chocobo back, is this like serendipitous combination of definition. First time you ever heard the word dragoon, it was in StarCraft 1. Fair. The Protoss Dragoon is like incredibly similar to the oh my god, what are they called? The boys in Warhammer 40k, where they seal a veteran who's been damaged inside of a Terminator, instead of Terminator armor. Dreadnought. Maybe? I don't actually play Warhammer 40k. I'm a con artist when it comes to that. But the Dragoons of StarCraft were very similar in vibe there, yeah. Welcome back, Nyx. I hope I did not insult you too bad when I was talking about PvP. Dreadnoughts are fallen marines that haven't died. Perfect. Thank you, Harley. Dreadnoughts is what I was going for. Why was I thinking Terminator armor? I guess anybody can wear Terminator armor, right? Anyways, sorry. To again lend us even a small measure of that power, we would not need fear the poison. Therefore, I believe we should pour our efforts into placating the elementals, that we might earn their favor. Why are we always getting down on our knees and giving the elementals a blowy? The quieting worked before, it may again. Ah, of course. You are the inheritor of Atoa's will. Reo and Arun praised the wisdom and bravery you displayed that day. Indeed, we were very nearly overrun by the creatures the Great One called to its defense. But this time is different. The Great One quakes with such fear that it cannot even bear to behold its enemy, let alone fight it. So why do you worship the elementals? And so we must first find a way to dispel this fear that binds it, and reassure it that together we can defeat Gleipnir. Only then will it hearken to our words. You were getting food? I hope you got a delicious food, yeah. I think too that we must gain a better understanding of what drives Gleipnir. It seems to bear a resentment towards the elementals, the Great One in particular. Why? Because the elementals are assholes, and honestly, if Gleipnir destroyed them, I do not think that would be bad for everybody in the long run. I have pondered this question myself. Lingering memories of the person Gleipnir once was may be responsible. Reports from Radzat Han suggest this is likely the case, in fact. If we could but ascertain the original identity of the blasphemy, but where are we even to begin our investigation? And then we talk about the flashback we saw from the Echo. You were granted a vision of Gleipnir's past, and I was there. Then I may know who he is, or was. You made a mistake on your order and ended up with so much seafood, but you'll survive. Seafood is a good thing to eat on Chinese New Year. The idea of like the bounty of the ocean and the like, especially in Year of the Dragon, right? Because the dragons are responsible for the rivers and large body of waters. Enjoy your seafood. As do I. The boy who trained alongside Kani in her youth. Oh my god, you can't be serious. Iya Sura Supin. Sounds like I'm casting a magic spell. Iya Sura Supin. After all these years, is this what became of him? Oh no, because of your ichthyophobia. Oh no. You mentioned him briefly before. Were you close? Iasura was Pajali, like me, but he had never known his parents and devoted himself wholly to his studies. He embraced the role the forest had bestowed upon him, and truth be told, was a much better student than I ever was. A fair assessment. Despite your esteemed heritage, you never took to my lessons as well as he, ever dreaming of the outside world. Stealing off into the woods more times than I can count, I could not keep watch over you at all hours, even if I tried. The elder Seedseer, a rebellious spirit, I can scarcely imagine it. I resented being a Pajal. It was inconceivable to me that I could not live among the others, and I did not scruple to express my misgivings to Sumayan at every opportunity. Iasura was a pillar of constant support. It was thanks to his encouragement that I at last embraced my destiny and resolved to use my gifts for the greater good. We would become Seedseers together, I believed, until one fateful day when we were gathering herbs in the forest at Sumayan's behest. We met a wanderer hailing from a distant land who told us his beloved was with child, and that he had traveled to Gridania to beseech the Great One for a painless birth. He asked us to guide him to the guardian tree. Wow, that is not where I was expecting this story to go at all. However, entry into such sacred places was not ours to permit, and there was something odd about his demeanor besides. With regret, I refused him, but Iasura was loath to turn away a goodly stranger in need. He agreed to guide the man despite my protestations. I ran to Sumayan as fast as I could, and together we made haste to the guardian tree. Y'all, I don't mean to call bullshit on this entire story, but you can go up to the guardian tree in-game. There are no guards around it. Like, in fact, it is a very prominent position that you can see from malms around because it's up on a hill that you have to go up a bridge to get to. We found the man motionless on the ground, having succumbed to the Great One's rage, and next to him was Iasura, alive but unconscious. In time, he recovered and related the whole story. In truth, the man had been an adventurer, a seeker of wealth and glory, and as he had knelt to make false supplications, he lunged forward to tear a branch from the guardian tree. I'm sorry. You almost killed two people because they took one branch from a tree? He was yet a child, and Iasura had no inkling of the darkness that could dwell within men's hearts. He learned the lesson that day, but the price he paid for it was great indeed. The Great One stripped Iasura of his horns, and with them the right to call himself a Pajal. Oh wait, no. The Great One stripped Iasura of his horns, and with them the right to call himself a Pajal. I was forced to expel him from the fane. Let me just go ahead and take a quick screenshot of that. Yeah. Right, exactly. Like, here's the thing. The Great One being an entity of incredible power and danger is something that before had me in, okay, I understand why Gridania does this, right? If the elementals are truly so powerful that they can shake the entirety of the 12's wood at a single instance, then yeah, okay, I get it. when everybody was saying that the elementals were greatly weakened by the calamity, if there is a time for a revolution, now is the time for revolution. Now is the time to kill the elementals. Like, I get it. Y'all are like, oh, but the elementals are the tree. But, like, it does not excuse the way that Makote were treated. It does not excuse the way that the Duskwhite Elezen were treated. The fact that the Wildwood Elezens get to enjoy some place of, like, weird pseudo-superiority. The fact that the Pajal get to enjoy a literal sort of aristocratic lifestyle as enforced by the elementals being like, I'm gonna blow everything up unless you obey my incredibly arbitrary and strange sets of rituals and rules. Yeah, like, there are parts of Gridania that I love and that I desperately enjoy, but I don't know about that. You disliked Gridania's bullshit before, after. I'm like, you've not changed at all, have you? What I will say is, Gridania got shafted by being the early analog to Japan, right? Like, the thing is that it's very Shintoism. It's very, like, you have shrine priestesses who attend to certain shrines. You have spirits of the forest. It's very Japan analog coded, in fact, right? Like, the code of Bushido, which we nowadays are like, this is all nonsense, and this was an excuse used to justify the warrior caste, is sort of like hard ingrained in the idea of the hearers and the speakers, right, of Gridania. All of the characterization and development that Gridania should have gotten to sort of really cement that and go above and beyond that, in my opinion, did end up going to Hingashi, right? Like, the problem is that Gridania occupies an interesting place in the conversation about what's going on in Alamigo, during the Autumn War, during the whole situation with Mad King Theodoric. Gridania occupies an interesting place in the lore with Ishgard with regards to the elves that left the Gelmora at the time to try and seek somewhere else were originally the elves that would eventually become Duskwhite Elezens, and the Wildwood Elezens. Like, Gridania occupies an interesting place. It just got exceedingly unlucky with being interesting, actually, because like, Limsa Lominsa, I think, is rad. I think there's a lot of development there. Ul'dah is rad. I think there's a lot of development here. You're right, Harley. This, like, the events that are happening right now in this role quest are events that could have been happening back in 1.0. I never saw him again, nor heard a word of what has become of him, though not for lack of trying. Despite his hardships, did he remain in the Twelves Wood all this time, I wonder? He dreamed of naught else but becoming Seedseer, of a life in service to the people and the forest. He knew the weight of the responsibility and was eager to bear it. Also, being stepped down, like being thrown down from being a Pajal into, I guess, a normal Hyur, doesn't stop you from being a conjurer. It doesn't stop you from being a hearer. We know a bunch of hearers, right? Like, why didn't he go into that? But he was deprived of that purpose by the very elementals he loved, and yet he did not lose that will to serve, I suspect, and instead resolved to watch over the Twelveswood in his own way. Is that what meant? Sorry. He wanted to be Seedseer, right? Now he can't. Yeah, I mean, like, now he can't be Seedseer, which is the top of the speakers, right? And, like, again, right, like, in the hierarchy, it's, if you're the Seedseer, you're the top. Then you're one of the other speakers who are the Pajals. Then you are generic Pajals in general, right? Like, presumably the Pajals make up an aristocratic class. Then underneath them, right, there are the hearers, because the hearers are conjurers who can hear the will of the elementals in the forest. And then beneath them, right, are the other stratifications of class. Sure, he's been removed of all of his status of being a Pajal, but he could still be a hearer. He could still be a conjurer. Or was he still a Pajal, but they took away his symbol of status and exiled? It's my understanding, Mesphia, that the horns of a Pajal are biological. Like, for the elemental to take his horns away, it's my understanding that that has to be like, that's basically like a curse or something, right? Like, basically, you have messed up so much that now I am removing something from you that the elementals gave them in the first place as a sign of their, like, the elementals' goodwill, kind of. Yeah, but he was raised to become the leader, and that was his whole personality. Yeah, again, like, don't get me wrong, I understand why not being able to become a seed seer would be devastating, but I don't understand why he didn't just turn around and go back into conjury. If he is the best student Koa Rune has ever had, right? Then surely he's very good at conjuring. If he's very good at conjuring, he can become a hearer easily, and hearers occupy a unique place in Gridanian hierarchy. Every city-state has grown, has changed, has improved. Each of these role quests show one of them as they're overcoming the final days and evolving, and then there's Gridania, yeah. Ul'dah is shown more in the Sildon variant. I see, gotcha. You interpreted it as chopping off a tiefling's horns or something. They're still what they are underneath, but I could be wrong. I don't believe so because of the wording that Clary said, right? They specifically say he's no longer a Pajal, which could have been a moralistic point, but I think it's more literal, right? Because we know that by virtue of being born Pajal, you have access to white magic that other conjurers don't, right? There are confirmed maybe 5 white mages in the entire world, right? There's the Warrior of Light, there's Kani Sana, and then there's the other speakers, the 2 redheads and Koa Rune, right? So ostensibly, Pajal are able to cast white magic not through the power of the memory crystals, but by the grace of the elementals. So there's maybe something in there, but yeah. Let me see if I can find. Let me find the exact. Yeah, so, excuse me, Isumayan is this one. Isumayan says, the Great One stripped Iasura of his horns. So that could be grinding it down. And with them, the right to call himself a Pajal. Oh, interesting. The right to call himself a Pajal. You know what? I think I'm swinging back to Mesphia's point on this. There's enough ambiguity there that I still do believe that he was, like, literally removed of his ability to cast white magic, but theoretically it could just be like Hellboy grinding down his horns, right? He could, but he wasn't mentally ready for the move. He was a kid when it happened, and his whole life track was shattered. Fair enough, Presna. If you went back and told Kid Demeist that he was not going to be a lawyer, I would have been like, actually, it's what I want in life. As you can tell, it's not what I wanted in life. Traumatic point, dejected, too prideful to try and go back. Exile, so where was he supposed to go? He was exiled from the Fane, but I don't think he was exiled from the Twelswood in general, right? Being exiled from the Stillglade Fane is no longer being able to be in the seat of governance, but you're like, there are still conjurers outside of that, I thought. But fair point, right? He's not in a mindset to make the best of a bad situation. The Sildon subterrane you do with Nanamo, and it shows great promise for the future of Ul'dah. You won't say anything else because you think I would very enjoy fully unlocking everything and seeing how it plays out. Okay, hell yeah. Pajal are weird, but you didn't think it was like a Fantasia, get good loser, you're a Lala now. Well, I mean, like, the thing is that all Pajals are Hjors, right? It's the rectangle square situation. All squares are rectangles, not all rectangles are squares. All Pajal are Hjors, not all Hjors are Pajals. You suppose Pajal are here like Kokiri are Hylian? That's very interesting with the Forever Children. The Forever Children gave me more context. I have no idea who Kokiri are, and I only am using context clues to assume Hylian is referring to Hyrule, right? But fair enough. Elementals have great power. They could magically alter themselves to no longer look Pajal, and thus, even if he did call himself Pajal, without horns, no one would believe them. Also, it's a mark of status. That's very fair, Harley. Even if it was literally just filing the horns down. All Pajal are heroes. It's in the lore book. I don't think anyone is disputing that one, Clary. I think, and this is the problem with fantasy in general and the way fantasy describes races, right? Because races are a social construct. What they mean by races really in these settings is that they're different species, right? They're different species that happen to, when convenient for the plot, happen to be able to interbreed. And so it's like saying that they're all Hjor is like saying that they're all human. And then identifying specifically Pajal would be like saying Americans, right? Like, no one would believe that you're an American if you can't speak English, if you have if you don't have any American affectations or mannerisms or behavior, right? Like, for example, if I went back to China, right? There's a lot of me that, like, obviously at first blush or glance you would say, like, oh, this is like, this person is Chinese. But a lot of Chinese people would look at me and go, this person is American because of my American accent when I speak Chinese, because of my lack of familiarity with certain customs and things like that. So being a Pajal, saying Pajal are Hjor is like saying people are human, right? Like, it's true, and I do appreciate that, but also it's not helpful in narrowing down what the Great One, because the exact line is, the Great One stripped Iasura of his horns, and with them the right to call himself a Pajal. Right? So the Great One didn't say, you don't get to call yourself a Pajal anymore. The Great One didn't have any power or influence over it. The Great One took away his horns, and then Sumayan said, oh shit, he took away your horns, you're no longer Pajal. What does that mean exactly? How does that manifest? Is it literally a physical, biological, genetic change, or is it just an aesthetic change? I don't know. I don't have the answer to that, right? But yeah. You thought the horns were a mark of the elementals, granting them a special medium to help boost their ability for conjury. So taking that away, the heroes could still be good at conjury, but they wouldn't be able to handle the amount of power that is required for white maging or something like that. I don't know that the horns make them literally good at magic, right? Because if that were the case, Kani-sama wouldn't need to have done the sort of rigorous training that they're talking about here. If getting the horns literally bestowed upon you greater magic ability, then you wouldn't need to train. I don't think it's that, right? Like, I think the horns of the Pajal are a literal characteristic that is given basically at birth, because Sumayan talks about Isumayan talks about Kani-sana's impeccable heritage and lineage, right? Which implies that all of Kani-sana's parents were Pajal, and all of Kani-sana's parents were Pajal, right? And so, if that's just a status of horns, then at a certain point in time, the elemental is just giving out horns based off of lineage anyway. You know what I mean? They're just here's blessed by elementals, but some families tend to produce them. Right, but that's the question, Battle Benoy, is it like a recessive gene where if you get two people who share that recessive gene can express itself? Or is it literally the elementals like descend from their tree heaven and go, and now you're a Pajal, and they spontaneously grow horns, right? Like, we understand that it is a sign of favor from the elementals, but is it a sign of favor from the elementals where the elementals are consciously and actively bestowing it each and every time? Or is it like, or is it an Ishgard, the big four families kind of situation where the elementals go, yeah, cool, you're blessed with horns in your bloodline now, and every once in a while people who have maybe branched off from the main families come back and get it on, and then the horn is a recessive gene that expresses itself again. Yeah. We hate the elementals in this household for sure. Without guidance, it's just a time bomb, as seen in the White Mage quest. Fair, very fair. You stand by, Pajal are weird. Pajal are weird. You're not wrong. I shudder to think what could have hastened his transformation into Gleipnir, as if his life was not harsh enough. In our final conversation, Iasura confided in me that he would search for a means to calm the Great One's rage and earn absolution. To that end, he said that he would seek the counsel of the Mughals. They have called the Twelveswood home for far longer than we have, and so none are more like to have knowledge of its most hidden workings. That comes as no surprise. He would not give up so easily on his dream. Even if the Mughals know naught of Iasura, they may be able to help us in other ways. Will you travel to the bramble patch in my stead, Elish? I have faith they will accept you with their characteristic aplomb. Excuse me, but I hate the Mughals. Could I not? Can you send the Keeper of the Entwined Serpents instead? Also, very interestingly, they said... Hold on, sorry. I gotta scroll back a ways now for this one, but... When the seventh umbral calamity was nigh, the Great One committed a portion of its boundless strength to extended barrier over heaven and earth. The Irmin Hedge. Oh, am I just thinking Irminsul? What is... have we seen the Irmin Hedge before? Like, do we have confirmation on what that is, or is that just more bullshit? Not Irminsul, Rowlet. I know, I'm sorry, Presna. Also, it's a special technique from Kani-sana. Interesting. Kanisana's special technique is Ermin Hedge. The ward extends into the heavens above and the earth below in order to shield the entirety of the Twelves Wood. However, it requires a lengthy ceremony as they call upon the elementals. That sounds very, Ellen! That sounds very, The Invocation of the 12 by Louis Soir, right? If Ermin Hedge and Ermin Hedge, the Kanisana move, are real, then we do have exactly one instance of the elementals doing something that is beneficial. Which is important for me because I'm constantly on the lookout for, like, basically sort of any reason to justify the caste system inside of Gridania, because it does not make sense to me. And to those of you who might be like, oh, but why are you so willing to forgive the aristocracy in Ishgard? I think Ishgard actually has like a very interesting sort of way that they go about it, and I do think actually it does make sense. But yeah. Ahem. Surely you can see that I am armed. Oh god. Kupo? Ahem. Surely you can see that I am armed. If it's all the same to you, we don't want any. Move along, Kupo. Oh, the original Ermin Hedge was erected prior to 1.0. It was created to protect the Twelveswood and the Elementals. It was torn down by the Garlean invasion, and multiple attempts were made to raise it again, all of which failed. That's so interesting to me. Gridania did an isolationist move in 1.0. That doesn't surprise me, but like there's a lot of flack given to Ishgard because of Saint Danafin's collar, right? That's the magical wards that were erected around Ishgard to stop dragons from getting in, and the reason why no one was allowed in or out. But Gridania did the exact same thing, and we don't give them heck for it. Okay. Huh. Quite a peculiar face you have, Kupo. Familiar, too. You wouldn't be the selfsame warrior who gave the legendary Mughals Guard what for, would you? Elish, was it? Ah, it's an honor to meet you. Allow me to thank you personally for bringing that silliness to an end. Pukwa Peak is the name. What brings you to our neck of the Twelveswood? Why, what a pleasant coincidence. We were just discussing how we ought to go about calming the elementals, Kupo. The elementals did help, possibly because it helped protect them too, fair enough. That blasphemy with the dreadful horns has got them on edge, and for good reason. I've had to ask my personal guard here to sleep with one eye open. In case you haven't noticed, the beast's corruption has been spreading all throughout the woods. Needless to say, we've all got to stand up and put the Twelveswood to rights. Raya O suggested that the Mughals contribute by scouring the forest for even the smallest signs of taint. Got to cleanse it before it gets out of hand, you know? Difficult and time-consuming work, but if it's in service to the forest, then we'll do it gladly, Kupo. Hey, I know you. You're the adventurer who gave me some of my finest scars. Cuddy Coop of the Mughals Guard. No hard feelings about the whole Hail to the King Kupo bit, I hope. Not going to call for a rematch either, in case you're worried about that. Raya O and the others cured us of our tempering, and afterwards sat us down for a stern lecture. No more calling upon good King Mughal the 12th for us. May he ever remain unsummoned in his royal grace and splendor. Which we know good King Mughal is no longer good King Mughal, but probably was a Mughal who assisted the others in their flight from the Churning Mists. Or maybe because it entirely helped them and the benefit to the other races wasn't even a consideration. That's what my personal fear is, Harley. But the fact that Raya O ostensibly has the ability to sort of call upon it does add additional considerations, right? Indeed, and what better way to make up for past indiscretions than to serve the realm? Even now, our kin scour every ilm of the Twelveswood, and we would be remiss not to do our part. We would be overjoyed to have a hero such as you helping us as well, if you're willing. Something tells me you have a sharp eye for the taint we seek to cleanse. Can we count on you, Kupo? Your reputation for magnanimity is well deserved. Let's begin by moving to higher ground, that we may survey the area and locate any particularly nasty spots of blight. What? Okay, sure. Yeah, alright. Oh, you were able to make your way up here after all. I was worried you'd be stuck. Apologies for leaving you behind, but it's so easy to forget that your kind lacks wings, Kupo. Oh, dumpling time! Now then, where is it? Alright, chat. I told you guys earlier that it was Chinese New Year, so this means that I'm gonna have to split for dumplings. But I hope you guys had a pretty good time today. There, to the south, let us cleanse that festering taint at once. We will pick up from this particular quest next time. But yeah, I gotta go get some dumplings. And yeah. I didn't realize that you could do dumplings in Twitch chat. I'm into it. Eat some dumplings for you? Will do. Enjoy my I'm sorry, my what? Alright, let's see if we can find somebody to send y'all off to, hey? You know what? Friend of the show, Beautiful Crow, is currently streaming. It looks like they're doing... I don't know what they're doing. It says that they're doing treasure hunting and making money in 14. So you'll have to tell me if they're doing some maps or anything like that. So, alright. I'll catch you, and thanks so much for being here, friends. Boy, boy! Looks like Shinryu? Ooh, okay, hell yeah.